looking for the right bit storage for you and just can't seem to find what you want. What you want is either too expensive or the per bit storage is a little off and all that good stuff. Well, today I'm gonna walk you through a few ways to construct one that fits your needs. And y'all come on in here and join me. Before we get too far into the video, I want to let y'all know that we'll be giving away this socket set once we hit 3,000 subscribers. That's right, 3,000 subscribers. As soon as we hit that number, I'll make a video about it and I'll tell you how to enter into this. But right now, understand you'll have to be subscribed. Check it out. It's a very nice set. Don't miss out. So today what we're going to do is we're going to take this Aries 62052 hex bit and organizer tray. Cost me $14.92. And we're going to add magnets and see if we can't make this work pretty well. Now we could always make something like this, but the problem with this is, first of all, this is okay and everything, and I could have made it look a little nicer, but in the end, it's still not as nice looking. The bits stick pretty bad. I think if I would have went out just a little bit more, it wouldn't have been so bad, but still, it's not the super best thing around. You could also make this one out of plastic, aluminum, and I guess if you had the right size drill bit, you could make that work, then turn around and add you some magnets to that. But that's not what we're going to do today. We're going to work on having this Aries and turn it into a magnetic tool holder so I can slap it on the side of my box. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by taking these off. So it's pretty simple here. You press down right here and you can slide it forward or slide it this way and everything should come out. Same with this one, slide it this way. Everything should come out. Then we're going to be able to flip this over and start dividing it off. I've decided I want to use 6 magnets, and how I'm going to place them is one here, 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 here. Now I am going to measure this off. So we are 18 inch, no, I'm sorry, we are only 14 inches on this, and my magnets are 60 by 10 by 3 millimeters, but in America they're 2 5/16. 14 divided by 3. What does that give me? I know 12 is 4, and 3 doesn't go into 14 very well. But let's do this. Let's put us a line in the middle. I'm using a scribe, and we'll put a line in the middle here. And then, because they're 2 5/16, I'm going to go right here for the outside edge of that, which is roughly 1 inch, and I'm going between the 1/8 and the 3/16 mark. I don't actually have any 30-second marks on this tape, so I've got that. So then, knowing that these are 2 inches and I want 1 inch from the edge here, let me get my magnets out of the way. They are pretty strong. So I'm gonna go up here I need to be 1.25 inches from the edge because of these holes. 1.25 inches. Now I'm going to go over here, 1.25 inches. So I pretty much got it figured out now, because I know I have to be a certain distance from the edge, or I want to be a certain distance from the edge. And you can do with this with probably any of the bit bosses that you find. So now I am going to find the middle of each of these marks, and it looks like it's 1 inch on either side. But you know what? I want it to be 3/4. So it's closer to the outside. This isn't science or exact science type stuff. This is just, I'm trying to figure out what it's going to look like, kind of on the fly. I had a vision of it in my head, and now we're actually doing it, and I'm making improvements as we go. So almost there. So I've got everything marked. Almost. What I'll do is, while I don't need to go out 2 inches, it'd be good if I went up here 3/4, about 2 inches away, and made another mark so I'm nice and square, so it doesn't look, you know, like a kindergartner done it, or quite so bad like a kindergartner done it. You know, let's do this different. I should have been using this all along. It's a nice little, and in all reality, I could use a caliper, but I'm not going to. Let's go down here, 3/4, 3/4. Now we'll be somewhat square on here. Okay, now all we got left to do is glue them on. We got to separate these doggone magnets. So I am going to go ahead and place a little glue. Now I'm using gel because, well, the goal with this is that it holds and it doesn't leave the magnets on whatever I stuck it to. Let's give this a little while to cure. We'll come back and look at it. Okay, we waited a few days and we let this cure, the super glue cure on this, but it didn't do right. I stuck it on my toolbox and eventually every single one of these come off. So let's forget what I just showed you, or most of what I just showed you. And these magnets, where are they? Right here. I'm going to give you a link below. They come with these little bitty strips, little bitty two-sided strip tape that I should have used earlier. And that's what we got here. We've got this two-sided strip tape on here, and it's been on here quite a few days, and it holds very well. As a matter of fact, let me back you up a little bit and I'll show you. So it's almost enough to hold on the edge of that with just 1 or 2 magnets instead of all 4. So I got 4 on there. I thought it needed 6, and it may need 6, but I think we're good. And it's a pretty solid pull. Before I let you go, I'll throw it on my toolbox. But that's fully loaded right there. So when I did this other one, I went in there and marked it out and had to lay it out just right because I was being a bit of a perfectionist. And in all reality, I was, you just need to take and stick them on there. Now, I bought a new one just to illustrate. This one come from Tekton. Same thing. If I was you, I would wash this with soap and water. You don't want to wash it with any acetone or anything, and I did that and messed up. Soap and water to get any oils, release agent, stuff like that off of it. And just find you a good place, 4 corners, and stick them on there. And they'll hold pretty good. This one right here, it's part of the Socket Boss system. I'm probably going to buy 2 socket rails, put in here, and use it and slap it on my toolbox for some, I don't know, something. But there you go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's in there. Now let's take and come back here and I'm going to throw it on my box. So these are pretty good. I mean, and the solution may be cost you just a little bit more than what you'd want to spend, but I kind of like this and having these right here where I can grab a hold of them. Well, you got to pull them off right. This isn't really made for that. So it does okay. Maybe use it, press back on it a little bit before you go pulling it off, especially things that are in double ones. But I don't think we're going to fall off the toolbox by moving it around. So that's just one idea of some tool organizing stuff, whatever. Use your imagination. You know, I bought different magnets. These right here, probably can't see them all that well. So these right here, they're small magnets with a little hole in them. And they've got screws. So if you find you're using something that you can't get the magnets to stick very well, I mean, you got that option. Here's some more. These are just discs with more two-sided tape that you can use. These will probably end up being more powerful than the little rectangles that I've got. I think you're going to end up with more surface space with these. I don't know. I'd have to, pi times or the diameter times 3.14 and then figure out the square foot or square inches or square whatever of those others. But these are pretty decent. These are a little more expensive too. There's only 6 there, so. Anyway, there's just some ideas. Do with it what you want. Tell me what you would do better. Tell me if you even like it. Heck, I don't know. Y'all take care and have a blessed week.